Hey guys, it's Dani and welcome to another learning session, and in this one we will be taking a trip to outer space and we will pay a visit to the Orion constellation just as the topic suggests. So we're going a bit off course when it comes on to meteorology and we're moving to astronomy in this learning session. But before we get into all those details, if you haven't, please subscribe to my channel so you'll know every time I make a new video, whether it's learning sessions or it will relate to the hurricane season. So let's get in details with Orion. But we don't just want to head straight into Orion. First we have to know what is a constellation. So as my definition here says, a constellation is a group of stars that form a recognizable pattern. So you'll probably have stargazed before at night and you see this beautiful pattern. Sometimes you make your own. It's either it's a butterfly or a leaf or a bird or something like that, just a recognizable pattern. So now let us go into the details with Orion, since we now know what the constellation is. Alright, so this is just depicting how Orion actually looks outer space, and right now these are all stars. So the bright orange one to your far left is actually Betelgeuse, which is the brightest star in Orion. Well, Rigel is the brightest star, but Betelgeuse is the second brightest, but it's really based off distance. All these stars are not in one place at the same distance. Some are farther, some are closer. So I'll show you a more detailed picture with the names of these stars. Okay, so here we go. So as I said before, Betelgeuse is right up there, and then to the opposite of Betelgeuse is Rigel, which is the blue giant star in the Orion constellation. And then we have Bellatrix, Mesa, Saiph, and these three stars that form the Orion belt. They are Alnitak, Alnilam, and Mintaka. And down here we have the Orion Nebula, which is also known as Iota Orionis or the M42 Nebula. So there are lots of features within this constellation, but we're not going into all those details because it is just going to explain more and more and more, and it's a lot of information. So we're just looking at the basics right now. Okay, so this is one question that is always asked when it comes on to certain natural phenomena. So how did Orion get its name? So really, Orion was a hunter in Greek mythology and was placed amongst the stars by Zeus, which was the chief god at that time. But that's just, as it says, Greek mythology. So that is really where most constellations get their names, if not all of them. And also, we want to explore more about Orion. So we are going to be exploring this beautiful star up here called Betelgeuse. And it's not just because it's an outstanding star, because all the others, except for the Orion Nebula in here, all the others are blue, but Betelgeuse is orange yellow. That's not the reason. It's because this star holds secrets that will amaze you. Well, at least I hope so. It will amaze you because it really amazed me. So let's get into Betelgeuse. So this is actually a picture showing how Betelgeuse looks from what a telescope in outer space captured, and you can see that it looks like the sun, but it's actually a star. The sun is a star, so they would kind of look like the same thing. And Betelgeuse is located at approximately 642.5 light years away from us here on Earth. So it is at such a very long distance from Earth, and it is so bright. That's to show how massive the star actually is. Okay, so what you're actually seeing here is just showing a supernova, which is what Betelgeuse is expected to go into in a few million years from now, according to astronomers. So this is actually how a supernova looks. It kind of looks like a nebula. Well, they're related in some ways, but it's just so beautiful to say that it's when a star explodes. So this is really the definition for a supernova. So, a star that suddenly increases greatly in brightness because of a catastrophic explosion that ejects most of its mass. So, the supernova is basically when the star just explodes and fall apart. So, that is what is expected to happen with Betelgeuse within the next few million years. So, it probably will happen in our lifetime, but the lights coming from it would take a lot of time to reach Earth, because remember, Betelgeuse is located at 642.5 light years away, so the light wouldn't reach us as it explodes. And there are scientists are also baffled of maybe it has exploded before, but it's because it's such a long distance from Earth as to why we haven't seen any proof yet, or it hasn't. So it really isn't anything to stress about. It won't affect our planet in any way. So, but it's just some amazing facts about Betelgeuse, so we just have to talk about it in this learning session. So this is really what I wanted to share with you in today's learning session. So I hope you learned a lot and really enjoyed this. So have a fantastic day. If you want to, you can share it. And don't forget to subscribe and tap the notification bell if you haven't. Have a fantastic day.